fucking venue is. I don't care if it's Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, or Teletype. If there's somebody there, I'm going to be where they are. Hey, Nerd Chuck is in the building. What's up, man?
Life is good, man. Thanks for having me. You know how pumped I am I'm doing the show.
My man Taz Daddy!
Yes, sir. Can make millions for other people. I can make millions for
Year in, year out, he not a rookie. He a man of many hats and different skills. Give him any struggle in business and watch he make it build. Hard to believe, and please check the resume. Best-selling author and showcase on Ebony. 2-time Southern Entertainment Award winner.
It's time, people. Listen, I love y'all. I love you in such a good way. First of all, I need to put on some pimping music. We're gonna put on some pimping music because that's what we do. We're gonna put on some of this good business bully pimping music. Yes. Say hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. I need to see you. It's been a while since I've done the podcast. I'm gonna need y'all to act like y'all care. I'm gonna need y'all to act like it's not the dopest because it is. It really is. I'm going to need y'all to get this. Yeah, let's see. Find my music. Gotta get this audio popping. Because it's so important. I need to get this audio right. It's critical. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, that's why. Because it's, see, putting the wrong thing. Got to do it like that. Yeah. Let's get some of this high energy vibranium popping. Get some of that right there. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure we get this popping where it needs to get popping. Hope you're doing well. What up, Don Calypso? I see you, homie. Let's make sure we get this popping. Okay. All right, now. Let's get it in the system. There we go. Let's get it in the system, people. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yo, listen. Every superhero needs his theme music. Yeah. All right. Oh, we starting already? Marquez Smith wants to go ahead and start right now. Saying straight up. Do this horrible straight clown. Oh, we're gonna get there. Oh, this is a roasting that is. Listen, I did not want to. What up, Jerusha? I didn't want to come out here and roast old Boyce, but old Boyce has had it coming for quite some time. I've let Boyce ride for years without giving him this work. I've tried not to name names, and I try not. Listen, I'm trying really hard. I'm trying to be a good bully. I promise you, I'm trying to be a good bully. But to quote Popeye, my favorite vegan, that's all I can stand, and I can't stand no more. Your boy Boyce Watkins is out of pocket. Somebody got to say it. Listen, somebody got to say it, man. Every time I turn around, if there's something going on in the media, if there's something going on that's messy, his punk ass showing up like, oh my God. Say what now? Oh my God. My Lord. I'm just going to drink my beer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have this conversation because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of listening. But before we even, all day, 40 days and 40 nights of pain. But before we get into that, right? Before I start roasting motherfuckers and wiping the floor with them, I'm going to need y'all to wipe your ass with the phenomenon that is Triumph tissue. I'm going to need y'all to get some Triumph tissue, young homie. I got to do it like the makeup artists do it. Go ahead and go to triumphtissue.com and wipe like a winner. That's right. It goes right to your house, people. It goes right to your house. Yes. So you ain't got to waste no gas to wipe that ass, ladies and gentlemen. Triumphtissue.com. It's a movement. What's going on? Dynasty Mir, I see you, young majesty. I see you, young homie. What up there? Oh, shit. Every time I turn around, somebody got a goddamn question. Excuse me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. It's label. Oh, we're gonna get there, people. All right, so oh shit, up top, fuck. Yo, can we just talk about when you're texting somebody how the autocorrect just starts to put words in that you didn't say there? Right. So somebody said Boyce likes to throw rocks and hide his hands like what I do. All right. So before we get into this shit he's been doing with Kwame Brown, let me explain that this is not because some of your bitch asses is gonna come out and say this is hate, and it's not. I actually got love for the brother. I know y'all can't believe that.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Sorry, Kwame. I do got love for the brother. I feel like as a black man, you know, he needs this. And sometimes love comes in correction. And Boyce has been running roughshod over black people for quite some time. And I can't stand that shit. No goddamn mo. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he act like he's doing something for black people and all I hear is...
sit here and say, I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people? No.
Yeah, because Boyce is only benefiting himself. And it's like ever since Boyce got his teeth fixed, he been on one. Right. So years ago. Now keep in mind, I'm not that type of finance guy. I'm a business coach. That's what I do. I make money. I help other people make money. I actually help build black businesses. I am black people first for real. I'm actually #B1. I don't work for an Asian man named Charles Wu.
Oh my God.
You know, who refers to me as some happy militant character, you know, to promote my business school. Right, I have an actual TV network. I don't use YouTube and act as if it's my TV network. I have a TV network right now. You go to Business Bully TV. I don't care where you are. Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, iOS, Android, and it's streaming live 24/7 at businessbully.tv. I have an actual streaming network. Right, but no. Ever since he got his teeth fixed, he's been on one. But even before that, let's go back. What was the Joker say? Let's turn the clocks back a year. I had reached out, and this is actually several years ago. I reached out to some people who knew Boyce, right? Because I liked what he was doing. I thought he had a good message. This is before the Charles Wu shit hit. This is before, you know, he started, you know, talking greasy and decided that he was going to be the next Wendy Williams, you know, just without the wig. And I wanted to interview him on my show. And he told a very good friend of mine, right, who works with Boyce, does projects with Boyce, that he would charge me $800 to be on my show.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, like, no. Why the fuck? Les Brown has been on this show. More money than Boyce. Gary Vee has been on this show. More money than Boyce. Dr. Matthew Knowles has been on this show. More money than Boyce. David Banner has been on this show several times. Shout out to my brother David Banner. Yo, go get them Black Fist slides. They're on sale right now, davidbanner.com. Right? So all of these people have been on the show, and none of them have asked me to pay them a dime. And not that I wouldn't, but I don't see the value that much to pay this man $800. So I was just like, hell to the no.
Oh my God.
That was the first part, right? Then I was hearing in the streets that he had things to say about me. Like I was bullying people and hanging them by their ankles for their lunch money. Now, while I am a very large man and I do practice some very in-your-face business practices, I don't put my hands on people. Because these hands are worth money. Because if I punch you dead in your fucking mouth, then you're going to sue me, and that fucks up my kids' inheritance. So I'm not Eminem. I'll smile in the courtroom, buy you a wardrobe. That's not me. You ain't getting not a dime from me.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Talk to him, Cammy. I ain't doing that shit. So I was talking to a buddy of mine. I was like, yo, what's up with your boy Boyce? Always talking shit. He was like, let me find out. It can't be that. Right? So he calls me. He's like, yeah, you know, he says, you know, well, I heard that, you know, Dave Anderson does this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Right? But I'm like, he never says it to me. Right? And I'm like, yo, I just wanted the Negro on my show. He's trying to charge $800. Right? And he was like, no. Now, keep in mind, I have video and photographic evidence and the screenshots to prove everything I'm saying. Because y'all know I don't pop off crazy, and I damn sure don't name names unless I can prove it. That's why I ain't said allegedly once. You feel me? Now, here's my issue. when you go out here and you say these things, you need to be careful who you're talking about. Because, homie, you've been on the Breakfast Club 4 times. I've been on the Breakfast Club 4 times. You're friends with Charlemagne. I'm friends with Charlemagne. You talk a good game about business. I walk a good game about business.
Oh my God.
So that is my issue with Boyce from a on the ground level standpoint. My other issue is I feel like hold on. I feel like at some point you got to start doing something for black people. Not just, ooh, give me a check. And don't get me wrong, I charge through the wazoo for what it is I do, but I got 118 million reasons why I do that. Right? That's different than, you know, putting on some Facebook Lives and relying on, like, you can't be black first and not be black owned. Like, that's just me keeping it a buck. Now, you can use certain tools in order to push the message forward, but if you don't have a home where it's yours, that becomes a little bit problematic, right? You know, and so I was like, why are you coming at me? Like, I've never met you, dude. So I was talking to a good friend of mine, and the same one who told me that he said he wanted $800. And I got the screenshots for that too. And she was like, yeah, well, maybe he's talking about another Dave Anderson. I said, that's possible. But you can't confuse them. Ain't but one business bully. And we was cool until he did that. But right around the time when that Charles Wu shit leaked, all of a sudden, here come Boyce wanting to be cooperative. Here come Boyce talking like, oh, let me know if there's something I can do for you. I see that you're doing some great things and blah, blah, blah. Because at this point, Boyce's name in the street was shit. Let's just call it $1.50. Fuck a buck. We calling it $1.50. Boyce's name in the street was absolute hot trash truck, shriveled up monkey penis shit. So I could sit up here because I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull this one thing up. Because I want y'all to understand that I'm not just jumping on a black man for the sake of jumping on a black man, because some of y'all will sit up here and say, oh, well, we tear each other down. Listen, I never fired a first shot. I usually respond. Sometimes I don't respond at all. But Boyce, you out here being messy, homeboy. And now you want to act like you're not being messy. So on the Shoulders of Giants says, Boyce has always something to say about everything. And if you disagree, he gets all mad and calls you stupid. He been exposed. Oh yeah, this is not an exposure type of situation. I'm just telling you my take on old Boyce, you know, tossing rocks and hiding his hands. That's my issue with it. Yeah, and you can have takes on everything. I got takes on everything. But I'm not going to shit on somebody who ain't never shit on me. And that's my issue. Because Boyce sits around and he shits on people that have never shit on him just so that he can be in a conversation or he can be where the cool kids are. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of us are late bloomers, guilty. You know, I was a nerd in school. You know what I'm saying? But like this symptastical behavior, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit up here and disparage this man's choice of wife. I'm not. I find that a little reprehensible and deplorable. I will say that I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people on the internet who have put out pictures like somebody really just ain't that into you.
Oh my God.
And I feel like that's fucked up. But sometimes when you put yourself out there, you got to be prepared to do it. I take all the shots all day. You can call me fat, you won't call me broke. You can call me an asshole, you won't call me ugly. And the one thing you won't say is that my woman is sitting up there eye fucking somebody else. I wish a motherfucker would. I'm just saying. So let me go ahead because I want to pull this up because there's been a bunch of them, but I got to go back through here. Let's go because I'm going to find it because I don't want to ever be in a situation where y'all don't see what I'm talking about. Oh, so we're going to get there because I'm just goofing through my pictures. Goofing through my pictures. Getting closer to my picture. Getting closer to my picture. Grooving through my pictures. So y'all can see it. So y'all can see it. And just like that, Uncle Dave pulled up the receipts. Hey, up the receipts. Hey, and y'all can run the timeline, right? But I'm gonna show y'all what it is. What it is. Tell you what it is. Right? So y'all see this picture, right? And if we scroll over here, it says, "Hey, black man." Hold on, let me slow some. Hold on, let me give y'all some wackadoo music. "Hey, black man, I heard you were trying to reach out to me. If I can be of service to support you, please let me know. I respect your brand and happy to see what you're doing for black boys. Keep up the good work." So I replied, I said, "Thanks so much. Right now we need donations. So if you or anyone you could like to contribute, please go to paypal.me/blackboyswin so we can serve as many young men as we can." Right? And I said, and then I said, "Hey, I never heard back from you and your people, even when you were in my city, Philly, Boyce Watkins." But see, the reason he did this, if you check the date on when this was right, February 4th, 2018, right around the time, there it is. I want y'all to see, February 4th, 2018, that was right around the time he was catching all that Charles Wu heat. So he ain't wanting me in the streets, sitting up there co-signing what he always knew. I ain't playing no more of that whack ass music. He know what he did. So, like, my thing with this dude is what he say? Donations, gifts, gifts. Because other than that, like, I don't trust you anywhere near my brand. And so what I've noticed is your boy Boyce Watkins said the new wife is putting a battery in his back. I'm not gonna put that on him. This man is his own man. I don't know if he feel like he got to butch up or macho down. I don't know what he's doing. All I know is what he's doing out here in these streets is fucked up. And I said what I said. Somebody called him the course doctor. Listen, so just quick business note for y'all, right? YouTube can shut you down at any given time for terms of service, which is why I'm broadcasting on Business Bully TV, right? I do have a YouTube channel. I am on Facebook because I'm not immune to the social medias, but they're not my source. You understand what I'm saying? I can function without them because I got a list. And, you know, I'm actually pretty well known. So I do okay. You know, George, you ain't missed nothing. You know, your boy Boyce out here acting up in these streets, and somebody needs to go ahead and chin check his ass, right? So the gag for me is this shit he was doing with Kwame Brown, right? So first, he put up this thing with Stephen A. Smith trying to ether Kwame Brown, which is laughable because Stephen A. Smith couldn't ether nothing with a gas can. But what I thought what was interesting was that when he put it up. Now, in all fairness, I don't know if Boyce has some minion running his social media, but the minion is acting as him. So you got to take the responsibility for what you do. You know, it's extremely important. You know, oh, this is this is hilarious. This is hilarious. We're going to do show and tell, people. Let's go back here, right? Now, keep in mind, I do this show for free because I feel like when I'm charging $30,000 to $50,000 to help clients get to where they need to be, I should be able to give out free content. So this is Boyce's page. So this is him taking a screenshot, I think, of his Twitter, and it says, one of the best ways to get views on your YouTube channel is to do a video with my name in it. B1. Even if you're if you're attacking me, because you know you got to suck up all that moisture from his teeth. Go ahead and do it. I'm glad to see you're making money, bro. Like you be like really overestimating your importance. Like let's not. But we're gonna scroll down. You know. Let's see here. I don't care about stock portfolio. That's stupid. And I don't care about that. Blah, blah. Because there's one broadcast I want you. There's one post he put up. I love what he does with Vicky Dillard, though. Shout to Vicky Dillard. I think Vicky Dillard, you know, has a lot of good content and things that she says that means something. You know, like I think she calls out some really good situations. You know, and for those of you who love Boyce, I mean, you know, keep on loving him. I'm not one to tell y'all not to love somebody. Like that's never my thing, because I wouldn't want nobody telling y'all not to love me. But he put up this one post, and it was fascinating to me. And I want to try. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. Let me make sure that you guys can see this. Yeah, y'all should be able to see it. And it says, Kwame Brown says I'm part of the elite. That's fascinating. Given that white people paid him $64 million to play in the NBA. Let's just stop right the fuck there. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but didn't Charles Wu pay you to act as his black voice and black face on his business product? Didn't Charles Wu go into a bunch of investors and say that you're his militant black character? He referred to your bitch ass as a character, and you gonna drag Kwame Brown? Kwame Brown actually played in the NBA. You're actually a front man for an Asian man's militant black. You're an Asian man's militant black character. I don't know if y'all parted ways or nothing, but that right there, bro. Glass houses and stones, my guy. Glass houses and stones. And he says, my business is built by intelligent hashtag black people with the likes of Dr. Claude Anderson. Now, shout out to the Honorable Dr. Claude Anderson. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Dr. Claude Anderson. I would not, because I love that man. But everybody, I don't care how brilliant you are, everybody got that one friend that's a fuck up. And in this case, Dr. Claude Anderson's one friend that's a fuck up is Boyce. If I had his NBA money, I'd build an entire school system. I'm sorry, somebody help me. Excuse me. I'm trying to. He said if I had his NBA money, if I had somebody said he was on a cleanup mission. By the way, did he donate? No, Jerusha, he not one blessed dime did he donate to Black Boys Win. Damn near, with very few exceptions, right? Every dime that came to Black Boys Win came from black women. We got a heavy cash infusion from Gary V, which was dope, because Gary didn't come with no strings or nothing. He wrote a check and left me the fuck alone. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do it. You don't have somebody saying, this is my militant black character. You get the bag and you do what you need to do for your fucking people. He said, I respect he built a business and all that, but all them pandering lies end up hurting women in the end for, yeah, right? Jeremy said, gotta go. Said, oh, that's who Kwame was talking about? Yeah, that's who he's talking about. He's saying that Boyce Watkins is part of the Go Along to Get Along gang. He don't want to talk about the Asian man. Never mention him. I guess because he's not white. Yeah, he don't want to talk about Charles Wu, that you can Google and find the tapes. Charles Wu is his name, like Wu-Tang Clan. Charles Wu. That's the name you're looking for. Yeah. He said, Dr. Claude Anderson don't know Boyce. Boyce be harassing that man. I can't. But my whole thing is, right? Now, I need somebody. Now, I'm all about due diligence and research. If I'm wrong, doesn't Dr. Boyce Watkins have a master's degree in finance? Doesn't Dr. Boyce Watkins say that he's a financial expert? Doesn't Dr. Boyce Watkins say that he can help black people with their finances? Oh, but that's just entry-level shit, like, your first stock and shit. Is that what it is? So what you're doing is you're shitting on him here. Like, break this shit down. TT King said supposedly. Let's break this shit down. Kwame Brown says, I'm part of the elite. That's fascinating, given that white people paid him $64 million to play in the NBA. Then he goes further and says, if I had his NBA money, I'd build an entire school system. So basically what you're saying is you want money from white people too. Because if you have money from white people, then you can build a school system. But if you have a doctorate in finance, if you got a PhD in finance, if you're so financially sound, Boyce, why the fuck haven't you built one? Or why ain't you, because say what you want about Kwame Brown, but I like facts. Kwame Brown is out here building community centers. Kwame Brown is donating and helping not only academics, but athletics as well. That man took 20 years of abuse, starting at the hands of Michael asshole Jordan, who all of you just fucking love so fucking much because of a good PR campaign, not because he's a good man, because Michael Jordan is shitty too. So I'm trying to understand, if you're such a finance guy, if you've got I don't have a doctorate in finance. That's not my thing. Like, I've never claimed to be the finance guru dude. I'm a finance dude. Like, I like the money and I know how to get it. And I know how to turn entrepreneurship into things, you know, that generate wealth, like Triumph Tissue. Go get it, triumphtissue.com. But what I don't know is what it takes. You know, because you always talk about how you know a lot of people that couldn't defend or haven't done their dissertation and blah, 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 skibbity, bop, bop, bop. But yet and still, you have to, if I had his money, then I could go out here and build the school too. The fuck? Why aren't you, like, if you're really about that life, and I'm asking, if you're about that life, why haven't you reached out to Kwame Brown like a fucking man and say, listen, I have a doctorate in finance. I think I can help you take the money that you're using to help these youth and impact more people. Oh, that's because you're not really big on collaboration with motherfuckers who are young to see through your shit. Is that it? You're the finance guy. If you really cared that much, why haven't you gone to Umar Johnson and say, yeah, you got this school building. I'm a finance guy. I can figure out ways to help you raise funds in order to, get your school fixed. Because it doesn't, because you're just such a finance wizard. You're the money guy. So why is you, if I had this NBA money, I'd build an entire school system. How about you build one school, Boyce? One actual school, not a Charles Wu template, not a YouTube channel. Why don't you build an actual school? Where's your curriculum, Boyce? It don't take money to create a curriculum. It just takes a little time and manpower. Because honestly, you could literally let Vicky Dillard and the other dude who comes on your shit, do all the videos while you sit down and you buckle down like you did when you did your dissertation, Boyce. What about when you did your dissertation, Boyce? And then you could just sit up there and you could create the curriculum. But you won't do that, will you? Instead, you're going to shit on somebody who spent 20 years taking shit from actual NBA superstars and all-stars and commentators, and now he got to take shit from you? You who really don't want no smoke. You who are not a street dude, never did street shit in your life, don't know nothing about, what it takes to really get it from the mud. Like, explain to me where the fuck you get off. So, well, I would I had his money, because if I had his money, if I had his NBA money, I built an entire school system. And you know what you're doing, low key, Boyce? You're implying that Kwame Brown fucked off his money, and he did not. I didn't see any evidence of him fucking off his money. I saw evidence of Kevin Garnett fucking off some money. I've seen evidence of a lot of NBA players fucking off some money, but I ain't seen none of that. I'm trying to understand. He earned every dime of that money. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. I see incredible. Excuse me. Let me do it right. Okay. So, everybody. Now, I just really want to go ahead and talk about Kwame Brown for a minute. Now, I don't know Kwame Brown, but Stephen A. Smith says Kwame Brown's not, he's a bust. And I don't know. I'm B1. I'm in my calculators and trying to get ready for my wedding. So, shut your bitch
ass up.
It's the most annoying shit in the world. Like, let this man live. Fuck is wrong with you? So I thought he did have a school. At least is what he averaged. No. That's an online. That's an online program. It's not really like it's not comparable to like a real business school. Like let's not say we did. You know, Jim Barnes. So like, my whole thing is, I got to think, and I'm gonna tell you this. Good thing Rodney Perry's here. I've always taught, like, I've learned very early on, like, you got to understand the situation before you talk about it. Like, you got to really understand what was going on. Because I used to have some choice things to say about Rodney Perry and Monique when I saw the Monique show. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Because every time I turned around, Monique would go, yes! And they got Rodney Perry in the corner, bow tie, hitting them off, smiling. You know what I'm saying? But what Rodney Perry did was he sat me down and he chin checked me. He was like, listen, do you know that Seinfeld took 5 years to find their voice? Black people aren't given that opportunity. Like, you know how hard Monique had to work to get that Oscar? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on, but black people, like, it's a lot. It's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give people an opportunity to find, you know, what they're doing, right? And so if you don't know specifically, you know, what people are doing, like, you might want to calm down on the rhetoric. So that's why I'm very careful. Like, when I come on here and I like name somebody by name, I'm like, it's going, and you know, he said some things about Charlamagne and said some things about Matt Vaughn. Like, there's so, like, my whole thing is, if you're not doing the work,
Shut your bitch ass up.
thank you, Kwame Brown. If you're not doing the work, shut your bitch ass up. Like, where do you get off saying anything about anybody? And then, like, if you're a finance guy, how do you have time to be so messy? Like, that's what I don't get. How do you have that? Like, just as a man, like, how do you have this much time to be messy? I don't get it. You know, like, you got all these things and you act as if you're like above this shit, but like the truth of the matter is, Boyce, just from the outside looking in, I just want you to cop to the fact that maybe you need a Iyanla to fix your life, because you're going real hard for some attention, buddy. Like, you really going hard for some attention, boo-boo. Like, I don't know who hurt you. I don't. You know, I know, like, you never been the coolest guy in the room. Listen, we've all gone through our ugly duckling phase. I know you're still in yours, but I'm gonna need you to recognize that, like, this is not the way to go about it. Because what I'm seeing, my guy, is you looking really, really, really extra out here in these streets. You know, like, let me show y'all something real quick so y'all can see this, right? Prime example of what I'm talking about. Dear black people, if you call yourself the N-word in every other sentence, why do you get so offended when white people do the same? Many of them are simply calling you what you already call yourself.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Boyce, I don't know if you know this or not, but white people called us niggers, maroons, moon crickets, you know, darkies, spear chucking jigaboos, swastikas, all types of shit. And they did that in order to demean, emasculate, and tear at the self-esteem of black people. To do what white people do, because that's a white supremacist talking point, by the way. Well, black people do it too, and it's the rappers, but they don't tell you that the majority of the rap, in fact, all of the rap record companies, not the record labels, the record companies, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, TT King, because a lot of these rap record companies are owned by white Jewish people, and they perpetuate the stereotypes, and then we embrace it because they also control the magazines, the news stations, the TV channels, the movies, and everything else that tells us that we like our pants down, and you know, we tell people to break themselves, we turn the gun this way and on the side, and like, you know, movie shit, right? Now, here's the thing, and people love to come with this whole negus thing, right? Negus, which is one word that means king. There are 1,500 languages spoken on the continent of Africa. There are 1,500 languages spoken on the continent of Africa. The word Nkosi means king. It also means God. Nkosi. N apostrophe Kosi. It means God /king. right? When the colonizers came to Shaka Zulu, they referred to him as Nkosi, God/king, right? Now, so that means that now I'm going to give you two. There's 1,499 other variations, 98 variations of the word king or God. Why is it that the one that gets put out in mainstream media sounds the most like niggas? Because I bet y'all thought y'all came through with that too, right? Because not the one that calls us God/king, because that's what Nkosi is. So if we're gonna do what we're gonna do, let's have the conversation completely across the board. But to sit up here and say, well, white people are calling you what you only call yourselves, as if white people wasn't calling us that while they were putting us in chains and in the stocks. Thus, the term stocks comes from us, by the way, because Wall Street, the first stock was slaves. But you're the finance guy.
Shut your bitch ass up.
This is the shit I'm talking about. All these little microaggressions lately. Like, I don't know if he needs to hire some new social media thing, this, that, and the third. But see, we're going to keep on, because I want y'all to see the bitch assness for yourself. I want y'all to see the bitch assness for yourself. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage. I have nothing to say negative about Kwame Brown, so I won't do a response video. If Kwame wants to know what I think, he's certainly welcome to give me a call. I'd rather speak to the brother in private. If he feels harmed by my words in any way, I apologize. Bitch! Excuse me? I almost choked speaking of bitch-ass words, so excuse me. No, boo-boo cakes. You don't get to do that, Boyce. You don't get to do that, Moist Watkins. Look here, Moist. Look here, Moist Watkins. You've been talking about this man in the open for weeks. You've been disrespecting this man's manhood, his character, his thought process, the way that he moves. Every single move he makes, here you come with a commentary. You like stinging the police. Every breath you take, every move you make, every post you write, every word you recite, I'll be thoughting you. Like, excuse me, you don't get to disparage a man in public and then demand that the man that you disparage address you in private. You're not going to respond to him responding to your bitch assness in the first place. In my neighborhood, we call that selling wolf tickets. In my neighborhood, that's throwing a rock and hiding your hands. That's bitch made shit. No disrespect to the ladies in here, but that's some feminine trait. Home Boyce. That's some rat shit, Boyce. You don't get to dictate the terms on how you disparage this man and hurt this man and then have the unmitigated gall to say, I'd rather speak to the brother in private. If you want to speak to the brother in private, then why didn't you send him a DM? Why didn't you send him an email? Huh? Nah, because you wanted to be messy. You continue to want to be messy. You love being messy. You's a messy little boy. Boyce uses his voice to be messy, right? Now, again, anytime somebody does something that's not Boyce Watkins, he got something to say. Happy for this, brother, but why do we celebrate things like this? 2021 is 100 years too late to have the first black anything. It's like celebrating your high school graduation at the age of 63. There's a professor at the University of Idaho. Bitch, it's Idaho. It's Idaho. It's Idaho. Promotes his first black male to full professor. And of course, Boyce is like, it's too late. Yeah, we know it's too late, but guess what? It's their fucking country. Like, as soon as you understand that it's their fucking country and we got to do what we got to do in it, I'm not one to, go all, hashi-tashi on shit like that, but I'm not going to shit on somebody who's actually making moves. Like, I find that just kind of reprehensible, but it's another college professor, this, that, and the third. But wasn't you the same dude a couple weeks ago talking about, you would love to get with Cornel West? Cornel West is old. I ain't see you make no financial offer to this dude, but then you gonna criticize this man for getting full professorship and being the first to do it? That's funny. I was the first full-time juvenile radio personality at the age of 9 in this country, black or white. Was it too late for me to 100 years too late for that? Like, are you just gonna shit on black people's accomplishments? I mean, you're not the first one with Steve Harvey teeth, but you don't hear nobody sitting up here shitting on you.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to understand. Like, where you get off? Like, I don't get it. You talk about in one breath, you want our sons to be economically successful. You like to talk about the importance of education, and this brother's out here trying to educate people, and the first thing you can do is just piss in his Cheerios when he's trying to celebrate. Like, it's people who got feelings, bro. Like, you would not like anybody to do that to you. You really wouldn't. And I think, like, some of the shit you do like that is corny as fuck. Like, you really think that that's appropriate behavior, and it's not. It's disrespectful. And then you're the type of dude that even if you had it coming and somebody caught you in the street and they punched you dead in your fucking veneers, you'd be the first one crying about it. Like, I'm B1, and this is why we can't build them people, because that's the sound your mouth would make when somebody knocking your fucking teeth down their goddamn throat. You'd be the first one talking about, this is unfair. I don't know what happened. Hey, yes, you do know what happened, Boyce. What happened? It's always you. And then you sit up here talking about you ride with Farrakhan. You've been riding with Farrakhan since 95. Like, I'm trying to understand, Boyce, if you ride with Farrakhan since 95, I have yet to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan disparage young people. Like, that's the last thing the minister does. Last I checked, Kwame Brown is younger than you, Boyce. Uncle Boyce. Like, you're doing things that Farrakhan would be against. And I can't speak for the minister, but I can only go by what I know. I'll ask Reza Islam when I call him after this call, but I'm pretty sure the minister does not approve of the disparagement of young black people who are just trying to make a living the only way they knew how. I just don't think that that's a good look, right? I don't see you putting together a consortium to go take on Capitol Hill to talk about reparations, but I see you every day got something to say about Kwame Brown. Like, that's a problem. Like, I'm here for when you talk shit about Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter, the organization, is hot trash truck juice. On that, we agree, right? And then, in the same breath that you disparage the young man from Idaho, then you're talking about how unfair the system is when it comes to Nicole Hannah-Jones having tenure at UNC. Oh, because she's not the first, so it's okay for you to have her back, but you can't have this young black man's back? Like, it's backwards to me, homie. Like, I don't understand how you do that.
Shut your bitch ass up.
I just don't. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, at what point don't you realize that shit's kind of whack, homeboy? Like, I don't think that that's cool. Like, if you about black people first, you should be about all black people, right? And then you so big on black people, you're on, a black, and I'm only going to where you are, Boyce. You so quick to go, on a white man's platform, you know what I'm saying, with your shit-eating grin, talking about Kwame, and you're not really doing what's necessary. Oh, I'm hoping you took it down, because I'm looking for this one post you put up trying to big up Stephen A. Smith, and your caption was ouch. And like, Stephen A. Smith didn't prove anything. And this was when Stephen A. Smith, for those of you who've seen it, and I'm sure plenty of people have seen it, Stephen A. Smith did this whole thing talking about he never talked personally. I never talked personally about, I'm Stephen A. Smith. I never talked personally about Kwame Brown. I talked about how bad an athlete you are. Just look at the clips. And he's like, this is just 1 year. I got years of that. Jordan missed over 3,000 game-winning shots in his career. I could put together a highlight reel and make Michael Jordan look like hot trash truck juice too. You've proven nothing. And the fact that Boyce Watkins is running around here talking about, ouch, that's passive-aggressive shit. Like, where I'm from, that'll get you punched in the fucking mouth, homeboy. And I need to be clear. I'm not saying I would punch Boyce in the fucking mouth. I'm not on that. Because I'm mature. You know, like I would have grounds to punch him in the mouth when he was talking about how I'm shaking people down for their money and hanging them over, balconies, whatever cute shit he said. But I'm not going to do that because he going to sue me. Then he going to make me replace his teeth. I'm sorry, you make me replace the porcelain in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Boyce winning on DMX?
Oh my God!
You fucking with me, Jeff? He winning on DMX? Like right after he died? Oh, see now. I'm not saying that anybody in Rough Riders who sees Boyce Watkins should handle their business. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did. Like, and Jeff was like, yep. Yo, how was X bothering you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would, like, what did X do to you? You know what I'm saying? Because, drugs are not, issues are not. I saw DMX demonstrate more manhood than I've ever seen you demonstrate, sir. How dare you? How dare you speak DMX? Like, bruh, you wildin'. Like, you are out of pocket. So, like if anybody knows where Charles Wu is, I think we need to just go to Boyce's supervisor and see if we can, file a complaint with Boyce's boss. Because I think sometimes that's the only way that you can do things. You gotta go to their boss. So we got to figure out, the man who employs Boyce can maybe do some type of employee review, something like that. So we can, get him back in pocket and talking about finances. Like, stay on Bitcoin, homeboy. Help people get their Roth IRA together. You're not built for the streets, homie. Like, you're not that dude. And even if you weren't that dude, you don't have enough dudes who rock with you heavy enough, who are in that street life, to go to bat for you. You're just not that dude. Like, where did you go, Boyce? What happened to you? Like, you used to be somebody that people could go, you know what? At least with Boyce calls it like it is. Boyce says, look, this is what it should be. We don't have that no more. What we have is some nonsense. So speaking of Steve Harvey teeth, maybe Boyce should have gotten a mustache weave like Steve before talking smack. Oh, wow. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what's good with you, bro? Hey, like, yeah, he's on some BS. So I just want to have this quick conversation. I had done a podcast episode. I've been, out running the streets out here, helping Black people build businesses for real, like in real life, in real time. But it's like, yeah, Cassandra said, I used to follow him until I noticed all the double talk. Like, nah, we're not doing that. I feel people like Boyce Watkins, Derek Jackson, Tanya TKO, all of them need to go on an island somewhere and fight it out like fucking Lord of the Flies and leave the rest of us Black people who are actually doing things to help our community to the hard, heavy lifting shit. Because y'all are obviously not built for it. And I mean that shit. You put that on your fucking cash apps. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thanks so much for listening to Business Bully Podcast. Till next time, get Michi X is always stressed. I don't even know who Michi X is, but I'm gonna look Michi X up. Until next time, get out of your feelings. And oh shit, Velocity's in this bitch. Like, stay out. I swear to God, Boyce. Yo, just stay out of this shit, homeboy. You're not built for it. Go be in wedded bliss. Be a good stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Go live your life. Crunch numbers. Get a little Boise calculator. Do that. But I feel like you're gonna need some Triumph tissue for all this shit you're talking. Like, I really feel like you're gonna need that Triumph tissue. So you need that Triumph tissue for that shit you're talking, Boise. That's what I'm gonna need you to get. TriumphTissue.com. Go ahead and get you a subscription. Don't waste no gas. Swipe your ass. You know, I ain't learned nothing from Boyce yet. I've been waiting. I've learned more from Philosophy doing a random live on Instagram than I've ever learned from goddamn Boyce Watkins. But Boyce, you need we got the Black Business School, and then we got, this is a network for intelligent Black people. Yeah, see, and your definition of intelligent Black people are people who agree with you. I don't give a fuck if you agree with me or not. Just make sure that your argument is sound. Like, that's all I ever ask. I've never asked anybody to agree with me. So doing that and telling people that, this is a network for intelligent Black people. It's not even a fucking network. It's a YouTube, Boyce. Because you're not willing to put up the thousands it takes. And that's where I got issue. All right, I'm getting out of here. Love it. Love you. Till next time, get out of your feelings and into your business. Be easy, people.